Chair, ladies and gentlemen, I have a confession to make. I have a secret superhero power, but it's not a cool superhero power. I can't fly, I certainly can't climb up buildings, and I can't see through walls. My secret superhero power is the ability to grow plants simply by looking at them. Our house at home is so green, it looks like the Little Shop of Horrors. My long-suffering husband is always complaining about fronds dangling over bookcases, spider plants jumping into his vision, and tendrils of ivy absolutely everywhere. However, it wasn't always that easy for me. I started with plants about 10 years ago, 2001. Pub down the road from me in Tunbridge Wells was getting rid of some peace lilies. So I went and I got myself a pair, and I called them Dave and Vera. And they were young and they were fresh and they were vibrant, but unfortunately their hope was not with me. And within just 6 months, Dave was a widower. He was absolutely bereft, and he didn't flower again for 4 years. On top of that, I lived in a bedsit, and I got given a spider plant who I called Lucy. And Lucy had a little baby dangling off her in front of my television screen. But Lucy wasn't the only resident in my bedsit, and one day I came home to a terrible tragedy. My house rabbit, Aisha, had taken Lucy off the top of the television and all but consumed her across the floor. I managed to save Lucy just about, but she was another casualty in my plant list. It was only when I moved to Canterbury, 2005, 2006, that my powers really came to the fore. My housemate bought a dragon tree. They're like yuccas. They come in about a foot size. And within 6 months, it was up here. It was poking you in the eye whenever you walked past it. The moment she moved out, she took the tree with her, it died. I took some cuttings from next door's fuchsia plants, and within 6 months we had a bush taking over the whole garden. What I realised is I had to channel this energy, because otherwise I would end up with nettles everywhere, just by looking at them. So I went to my local hardware store, and I bought some pots, I bought some watering cans, bits and bobs, and I also bought some cucumber seeds. And that year I reaped 37 cucumbers off a 9-foot plant. Have you ever tried to consume 37 cucumbers? Now, I think I've got the power under control. Our kitchen windowsill has a nursery, effectively. I've got courgettes, I've got cucumbers, I've got carrots springing up, I've got broccoli and broad beans, I've got peas, peppers and pumpkins. Our garden is an absolute riot of flowers. I've got roses climbing up walls, I've got fuchsias in the corner, I like my fuchsias. Inside the house, as I said, Little Shop of Horrors. My husband calls me Seymour from time to time. They're tumbling off bookcases, they're covering every shelf. There's a whole host of Daves now, taking up every single window, great big white flowers shooting into the sky. I've got aloe vera in the bathroom, I've got spider plants dangling their little babies. Perhaps my power is names, I've decided. If any of my contingents get too big or too cumbersome, I've got friends on Facebook and FreeCycle, so I can pass those out and share them around. So, that's my confession, ladies and gentlemen. My secret superhero power is being able to grow things. It's not something that I'd recommend, but if you'd like any plants, do let me know.